How big is a black hole?
The past 10 years have witnessed a change of perspective in the way astrophysicists think about massive black holes, which are now considered to have a major role in the evolution of galaxies.
This appreciation was driven by the realization that black holes of million solar masses and above reside in the center of the most galaxies, including the Milky Way. Massive black holes also powered active galactic nuclei known to exist just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang. Here I summarize the current ideas on the evolution of massive black holes through cosmic history, from their formation about 13 billion years ago to their growth within their host galaxies.
When astronomers refer to black holes, two different flavors exist. We know of stellar black holes with the masses up to a few tens times the mass of our sun, and the massive black holes with masses up to billions of times that of the sun.
Most of the best studied massive black holes have masses in the range of tens of millions to a few billions. The massive black holes populations may extend down to smaller masses, though this range is much harder to probe. The record for the smallest massive black hole currently belongs to dwarf galaxies. The name of that galaxy is NGC 4395, which is thought to contain a black hole weighing only a few hundred thousands. Observationally, there seems to be a gap between the two types of black holes.
Massive black holes must have formed from the same material from which galaxies and the rest of the universe is composed. Stars and gas represents the baryonic content of the galaxies in contrast to non-baryonic dark matter that does not interact electromagnetically but only gravitationally with its environment. In the standard picture, the mass content of the universe is dominated by cold dark matter.
In the standard picture, the mass content of the universe is dominated by cold dark matter, with baryons containing up to a 50% level starting from small density fluctuations in a quasi-homogeneous universe. Dark matter perturbations grew under the effect of gravity to the point that they disconnected from the global, became self-gravitating and formed halos within which gas eventually condensed to form stars and luminous portion of galaxies. The first halos and galaxies that form are small, no more than 1 million times the mass of our sun, and present day galaxies of up to hundred of billions of mass of sun have been assembled bottom up from the smaller building blocks. The first massive black holes must have formed from within these first proto galaxies and then grown within them.
One of the most popular theoretical scenario associates the first massive black holes with the remnants of the first generations formed out of pristine gas which did not contain heavy elements. Simulations of the formation of stars in proto-galaxies suggested that the first generation of stars might have contained many stars with masses above a few hundred the mass of sun.
Gravitational instabilities, however, can reverse the situations and transport mass in at the expense of rotational support. When this occurs, there are two possible outcomes depending on the strength of instabilities. In globally unstable galactic disk, a massive black hole set may form when gas instabilities drive a very rapid accumulations of gas to create a supermassive star of up to 1 million the mass of sun. To avoid the star exploding, a supernova gas accumulations must occur in less than 2 million years. After exhausting its hydrogen, the core of supermassive star will contract. As a result of core collapse, a black hole of a few tenths of mass of sun forms at the heart of the dying star, which is still being bombarded by infalling gas. The resulting system A quasistar is composed of a black hole that grows by eating its surrounding. The gravitational potential energy of the accelerated mass is converted to radiation, making the black hole luminous. Luminous accelerating massive black holes are generally referred to as active galactic nuclei, and the most powerful among them are known as quasars. The quasars are the most luminous stable source in the whole universe, making them become beacons in the early stages of galaxies assembling. Some powerful quasars have been detected at distances corresponding to a light travel time of more than 12 billion years.
Massive black holes with substantial initial masses, thousands to millions of the mass of the Sun, can form as a consequence of dynamical instabilities that involve either the gaseous or stellar content of protogalaxies. In protogalaxies, the gaseous component can cool and contract until rotational support takes over. Centrifugal support typically halts collapse before densities required for massive black holes formations are reached.
The rapid growth of massive black holes powering the quasars observed in the early universe has tantalized astrophysicists over the past few years. One can estimate the maximum growth of massive black holes compatible with the existence of a critical luminosity. The Eddington luminosity, which is often considered the upper limit to the radiative output of a source. Above the Eddington limit, radiation pressure overcomes gravity and gas is pushed away, thus halting the flow that feeds the black hole. The constraint required that the galaxy whose cause is the constraint required that the galaxy whose code is U less J1120 plus 0641 must have accelerated sufficient mass to shine at the hole. The constraints required that the galaxy must have accelerated sufficient mass to shine at the Eddington limit for its entire lifetime, or at least more than half of its life. This is not easy to accomplish because the massive black hole's host galaxy must feed the hole continuously at the exact maximum rate followed, and feedback effects from stars and the quasars itself are likely to disrupt the flow of gas, causing intermittent growth episodes rather than the smooth continuous evolution required.
Massive black holes become visible when they exhalate gas directly from their surroundings, or occasionally when they disrupt an unlucky star passing too closely by them. The gravitational potential energy of the accelerated mass is converted to radiation. One possibility is that the first massive black holes grew rates beyond those suggested by the Eddington limit. When the supply is super Eddington, the excess radiations may be trapped by gas itself. The emergent luminosity is roughly the Eddington value, but the growth rate is much higher. Observation indicates that massive black holes ordinarily dwell at the center of today's galaxies. Scaling relations have been identified between massive black holes and many large-scale properties of the host galaxies that point out giant galaxies and massive black holes' cosmic evolution.
This is the scientific discussion which proves that how big is a black hole. If you have liked this video, then please subscribe this channel for more videos in the future.